But I said, oh, it's 54. If I come on tomorrow, Bob better not make you late. Huh? Does he start at the same time?
Yes, last time I started. He was here when I started at 12:30 last time.
Okay. He must not be doing, taking a bus back to the garage then.
No, I don't know what, I don't know what he's doing. I think he turns into a 33 afterwards.
How is the retarder on this unit?
Pretty good.
What does he do through the week rather than his Friday work?
I honestly don't know. I don't know what he does.
They say stampede numbers have been quite crazy this year. Everyone is down there.
I know, it is crazy.
Imagine if you had to take the train down there after work. You might have to wait 3 trains.
Yeah.
Are you going this year?
No. Not going anywhere near.
If you want Midway type of treats, you can just get your daughter to bring some home.
Yeah.
From Callaway Park.
That's right.
It's supposed to storm this weekend though, I hear.
It's what?
It's supposed to storm this weekend, I hear. Well, we've had so much heat that there's gotta be a thunderstorm risk, eh? It can't stay like this all the time.
We're heading out of town on Sunday.
Oh, what you doing there?
We're gonna go fishing. Going out to the lake, we're gonna go fishing.
Hopefully the weather holds up for you guys.
Yeah. Maybe has the day off work, so she wants to do something with mom and dad today, so she wants to go fishing, so we're gonna go fishing.
Well, you rarely get to see her because she runs on opposite schedules.
Yeah. No, she has.
That was like me before COVID. Sometimes during the day I didn't see my dad. The hours, I would see him 24 hours once at a time. Some days.
No, she has every second Sunday off, so.
I imagine the weekends it's extra busy though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Imagine if Stampede started on Canada Day.
God.
With the Canada Day festivities, then you had Stampede and the parade along with Canada Day. I'll get you to drive a bus down there if there was such a thing. How was your 300 though? on Canada Day?
It was okay the first couple of trips, and then it started getting busy. It was getting busy downtown, like it wasn't,
Did you have a good load?
huh?
Did you have a good load?
Oh yeah.
You weren't to the windshield like with kids, right?
No.
Imagine if you had to deal with them today.
No.
Be ready in September.
Yeah, I'll have to find something that doesn't get
Too bad Anderson is not super close to you. You could work out of there.
yeah, it's a half-hour drive for me to get to Anderson.
But you know what? For change offs, it will be so much easier when it's open.
Yeah.
For change offs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it can go do a VP run if the VP driver's waiting for too long.
Oh yeah.
Or they can give him an Anderson bus. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's opening up in September.
Sitting there.
It's sitting in Spring Gardens, yeah.
But they say Spring is doing that because they need a couple spare units on hand just in case.
Yeah.
7821 and 7802 are also up there.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. I'll be happy once they go back into service.
Oh, I know you will.
If you got 7813 this afternoon, I imagine you would have been texting me.
Oh, I got him an old bus, so I would let you know.
But if it's one that's from Anderson, you're like, I got a surprise, eh? Come on my bus today. And you pull up in 7813, imagine that. A Stony Arctic doing the one today.
Oh, is there?
And that's a VP key.
Oh, okay.
But a Stony Arctic is doing a VP key on the one today. That happens every so often though. It's not the first time I've seen it.
No.
If you had 7813 and you were beside this unit wouldn't stand a chance. On takeoff.
No, definitely not.
Man, this AC's good, and the bus you have today, I don't feel like I'm boiling.
No.
Imagine if you had to do a stampede run this weekend. Hey?
No.
Oh, by the way, they're using VP Arctics on the weekend.
Yeah, I've seen that. They had them out the other job. Those trains were down on.
Trains going down during stampede would be a nightmare.
Yeah. Although they had one on yesterday that you would see. Those old trains they pressed down on yesterday.
Okay.
Downtown
They're doing Arctics for the Stampede runs too. I checked on the weekend, and almost all the 3 buses on the weekend for Stampede, it's an Arctic.
Yeah.
And there's like only 1 spring bus on it during the day.
Okay, yeah.
But Stampede is special service though, you gotta remember, right?
Well, Center Street's busy because it's got all the Stampede pickup stops and so, yeah.
Imagine how busy that 78th Avenue terminal is during Stampede.
Yeah, that's nuts. I'm quite happy not to be anywhere near that.
Like doing the 504, did I tell you they have a new Stampede Express run for this year as well? The 507 Mackenzie Town Stampede Express. You can get a Stampede right at, I'm assuming it stops at Mackenzie Town Terminal, and it'll take you right to Stampede Park from there. Well, they needed a south bus too, right? So it makes it easy. You got one in the south and one in the north. Although 507 does not show up on Transit 55 because it's a newly added Stampede route.
Oh, okay, it's just a Stampede. Yeah.
I think it's like 507 Southeast Express, and it goes up to Mackenzie Town. You're gonna get us. Oh, that's why.
That's why.
Wow, this bus stopped really quick, I'll say that.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, the lights are green and they
Oh my god, that train's gonna be packed by the time it loads up at Maryvale. They're not using 4-car trains on this route.
I don't know what it's
I don't imagine you have to wait 10 minutes per train during these times. Imagine if they ran it every 10 minutes during Stampede. That would be a massacre. Right? No wonder, I'm like, why did she slow down so fast?
Yeah, no, that light changed quick.
That's like you on those train tracks sometimes.
I'm just making sure you're awake.
Yeah.
I don't want you to pull in the city with this
The bell's nice and loud on this unit.
Yeah.
Man, this is a great air-conditioned bus. She's running right where she needs to be today.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
The XM40s have air conditioning too, I think. The new Flyer buses out of Stony, they all have air conditioning.
Yes, they do, yeah.
But the only 2 single units that have air conditioning from there are the XM40s. Holy, there's no one here, barely. Man, the braking system is so much different. You know, when you go to take off, the air release is so much different compared to the old buses. What does this bus have on it for kilometers?
633815.
So it's breaking in quite good. It's broken in quite good. Still got a long life left. I'm surprised you kept on time with a bus like this.
It's pretty easy when it's not long buses.
Yeah. Or when you don't have Bob bugging you.
Yeah, wait till tomorrow.
Do you see him on your 3 o'clock trip?
Oh, yeah, on Fridays, yeah.
Yeah.
I see Bob this morning at work.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, they had a stampede breakfast at Spring Gardens this morning.
Yeah. Imagine if you went to the real play last Friday and had to do. Did you do a run down there or no? During.
Yeah, when I first started, I did, yeah. But that's like the express runs from Richmond Terminal over Blue Creek
These brakes love to grab. Little bit grabby, eh, at times.
Yeah.
The old buses can do that too, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
To the point where they're grinding though. The old C-train brakes, they really grab.
Yes.
On the oldies.
Yeah.
Imagine how hot that poor old thing is gonna be today.
Yeah, a little more.
A little more than warm too. Imagine if they keep them around for a couple years more. They're gonna be dead by then. Pardon?
For sure they will be.
Yeah. Just chilling, really.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have a cold one.
Cold water too.
Yeah. Glad we don't have to pick up a bunch of kids there today.
Oh, yeah.
Remember on the last day, you were to the windshield almost.
Oh, that was crazy.
But they didn't have the school run on, right? So no wonder, right?
Yeah, it was, yeah, that was just crazy.
Classes start September 6th. It already says it. Hey?
Yep, summer's being hot over.
Excited to pick up kids in September?
Nope.
That's the answer I was looking for. I hope you get on the 5 or something.
Oh, do you?
Switch it up.
I know, like this over in the middle of nowhere.
We can watch the people get trapped out people's cars at the bus trap.
Yeah.
It's so quiet on here. It's crazy.
Oh, it's, I like it.
Perfect Circle K weather today.
That's it, it sure is.
I mean for Slurpees when I say Circle
I
K.
know you
Did you hear gas prices are going down?
Oh, good, they need to. It's crazy how much it is to fill up.
There's your guy on the one.
Oh, he's probably at the washroom.
Yeah. I saw a couple single VP buses on the one this week on an Arctic key. Just because all the Arctics are being used on the Stampede runs, right?
Yeah.
So they become a little short, right? So on Arctic runs, they're having to put a single VP unit on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Probably for the quieter trips or whatever, or just the non-rush hour trips or what. Did you see that on the Transit 55?
See what on Transit 55?
They've got single, they got 40-foot buses on the 301, but they must have them on in non-rush hour trips or what, or they got them on all day.
Yeah. And the 301 in the evening now runs every 20 minutes. You don't have to wait 40 minutes like last song. Then it was just us.
Noisy crew.
I knew you were gonna say something. Kids are a lot noisier than us.
Oh, yeah.
You need an afternoon booster, eh? A coffee. Well, you left the guys early this morning, so... And went back home, but you left early this morning, right?
Yeah. Well, it's just hard to sleep last night.
What did they give you this morning?
I get 80, 55.
Oh, the red seat bus, one of them.
And I had a stupid door that wouldn't shut.
Oh, really?
Every once in a while, and I'm not all the time.
What door was
The
it?
back door. People, you know when people get off and they hold the door to get out?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just wouldn't. It's okay, we got it.
Must have made you swear a couple times.
Oh, I just used the power doorbells handle and it works.
To get the back door shut?
Yeah.
Because how does it normally shut on its own, right?
Yeah, but it just would shut, then it would open, and then it would shut again a couple times.
And then it would open again?
Yeah, by itself, yeah.
Oh, that's always fun when you have a bus like that.
Oh, I know. But, oh well, it's okay. You know, with the bus, we're running late or you're busy or whatever.
And then if you, imagine if that happened, then you start to leak antifreeze all at the same time. So is there a manual switch? You just have a handle button and you shut it that way?
Ready for what?
You have like a handle switch in case it keeps opening and shutting itself.
Yeah.
Imagine if they didn't have that, you would have to get a change off.
Oh, I know.
And the one thing, you're all the way in West Hills, that's way far from Spring Gardens.
Yeah, I got that change up on Friday. It took over, about an hour to get the bus.
How did you keep on time?
I didn't.
I was gonna say.
I just went and started halfway through my bus when going back to the station, so yeah. Because the other bus has already gone past me, so
He must have thought, oh, she's broken down.
yeah. I think with the fire department behind my bus, they might have realized that.
Yeah.
With those few firemen.
Oh God, here you go again. I was just waiting for. I was just waiting for that. That's why you wanted to break down, I guess it.
Well, yeah, try it now.
Then I wouldn't be able to get home until later if you broke. You would get paid overtime if you broke down.
I've done it half an hour, so yeah.
You know where you break down? Right in front of Circle K.
Well, that's where I broke down on Friday.
Oh, wow. You could have went and gotten a slushie.
Yeah, I didn't really feel like it at 6:30 in the morning.
But if it was 10, then you might have it. Or you break down at Tim's if you want an extra coffee.
Yeah, I don't really like Tim's coffee, but
I hear McDonald's coffee is good
yeah, but I don't do coffee's good, so it's simple.
because they bought Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons coffee used to be good, but McDonald's bought their good coffee.
Yeah. No, I don't like Timmy's.
I don't like Timmy's, period.
I like their ice caps really every once in a while.
But even they're too much. You want to get cavities, an ice cap is the way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
They're sweeter than pop, the ice cap.
But sometimes it's just what you need on a cold day. I don't want coffee.
That's like me with pop. I need a swig of pop sometimes in the morning to wake myself up. A boost of sugar and caffeine. I went and had a Five Guys last night. I was craving it. Because my Wednesday night program, we went to Prairie Winds Park. Good. We didn't go in the water at all, but we went for walks. Because no one brought an extra change of clothes. And that park is always so busy. If I go to like a water park, I like a pool there. Did you jump in the pool after work the other day? Was it cold?
Oh, it was warm. It was so nice. Because you didn't see the sun all day and the water was so warm.
I would have enjoyed it.
And I blew up my little air mattress that looks like a flip-flop, and I just lay there and relaxed.
Had a glass of wine. No.
I did that on Sunday.
Where you were had a hangover. Sometimes you gotta pretend you don't have a hangover, but you know.
Just a little headache.
But you could feel it, definitely.
Oh, probably.
And I do not want to know what that looks like.
No, you don't.
Have you had 3 bottles before or no? Have you ever had 3 bottles of wine before? And you pay the price the next day. You don't give a shit the night before, but when the next day you get up, right? The fans give a nice little extra added bit of air too.
Oh, you got hose it right in you. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Did you see any oldies today?
No, I haven't.
We used to see them on this route all the time.
Yeah, right at this time of the day too, right?
Yeah. Oh, you know how 2024 was a training car? Was doing training up here on this line? It's back on the red line operated. I showed everyone my beautiful steam train footage yesterday. Can you get me a Slurpee? Bring it out to Chester there?
I'll bring one and save it in the car till next time I see you.
Yeah. The air conditioning won't be off on this bus for a while.
No. Well, it's not here sitting at the front with the windows around.
We're typical Canadians. We either complain if it's too hot or too cold.
Yeah. Enjoy it while it lasts, because it'll be minus 30 and no foot.
Yeah, and a foot of snow on the ground.
But I'll be in New Zealand, so it's okay.
You won't escape all the winter here.
I know.
Is it summer there when it's winter here, right?
So I'm going to go up to summer.
I hear you guys get brutal hailstorms down there.
Yeah, they get through with that sometimes.
Imagine if I controlled that real walk.
There's no way you're
I would love to though.
I want summer. I don't want winter and hailstorms.
And maybe some tornado warn
They don't
thunderstorm.
get those down there.
But I would make it happen. But you love thunderstorms. Imagine how many different storms I would have to film if I controlled the weather. How many different thunderstorms?
But even they have earthquakes down there.
Yeah.
They have much fun.
Don't make the earth shake.
No.
You're one of the culprits, so you better be careful.
Pardon?
You better be careful. You might make the earth shake.
I better not shake while I'm there. I'm thinking about earthquakes. I'll send you some pictures from there.
What's the hottest you've gotten to there?
Pardon?
What's the hottest you've gotten to there?
I remember being 38 to 42 degrees.
Oh, so like Texas. Like Texas almost.
Yeah.
Get a lot of poisonous insects down there.
None. No snakes.
Oh, I can imagine flying out of your seat if you saw one.
No, there's no poisonous things there at all.
Now, if you were from Australia, the same can't be said.
No.
You probably have wasp there and stuff like here.
Oh, yeah.
Like yellow jackets and stuff. How long of a flight do you have?
It's 14 hours.
Not on one plane though, of
Yeah.
course.
14 hours from San Francisco to New Zealand.
Yeah, wow. But you have to do a transfer at San Fran, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna fly from Calgary to San Francisco, and then San Francisco to Auckland, and then Auckland to Christchurch.
Oh, so 3 planes.
Yeah, and then I've got a 3-hour car ride.
Oh.
And they drive on the other side of the road.
Hey, you.
Want me to show you how?
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it. They do that in London too.
Yeah. We can try down this street here if you want.
Then you'll be 15 minutes late, and the driver will be wondering where you are.
Well, I know I'm not late on this trip, you know that.
But I'm just saying. They should take those rails out. They're not even used. And you remember to slow down for a change.
Yeah, I know I did. I was being nice because I screwed up and the lines.
Yeah. Look at that old car that we just passed. Yeah. He might be doing some routes down south, right?
That's where I'm going anyway.
off as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for the trip.